Hey, this is Seagrove, and today I'm here with Benjamin Behrens, the Pokemon mentor, who was I believe, the first player to become a professional, but I'm not sure about that, but I think he was. So, Benjamin, last year you were a full-time Pokemon professional. Talk to us about how you transitioned from your job to a online persona with a brand and a Pokemon professional player.
Ooh. So I'm gonna give you guys the full story.
Okay,
It's pretty long, so
that's
be
great.
there.
We're
Don't
ready.
stop watching the channel. It's still gonna be a good answer. You guys gonna learn a lot. So I started the channel in 2016, 17, late December. And I started by actually with the goal of helping people, because I was working as a police officer. And some of you guys may know that. And I wasn't really happy in the job. I didn't feel like I could help people the way I want to help them. So I was like, how can I do that and at the same time be happy myself? So I was like, why not just play Pokemon? I've been playing this game for like 13, 14 years now, and I'm quite good at it. Maybe I can use those skills there to show the world what I can do. So I started this channel, PokemonMentor. And you can see that I have the mentor in the name because I really want to help people. I want to give them advice to succeed in life and in the game itself. So honestly, the first 2 months was insanely hard. It was so hard because I have an apartment in Norway and I didn't have any income. And YouTube don't pay well when you don't have a lot of subscribers. They basically don't pay anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think you need at least like 100,000 views, subscribers to actually get someone in doing it. So, but I did it because I loved it. So I started the channel by interviewing players like you do now. So I think it's super cool that you're doing it because I get like flashback when I was doing that. And then just what I was like asking, what kind of skills do they do to be so successful in the game? What are the secrets? So I basically started there. And then I talked to a lot of players, top players like Igor Costa, Stefan Eriksson, Philip Schultz, even Tord, my best friend.
I saw those interviews.
And they helped me out, and I really appreciate their time.
Sure.
And I hope some of the players will look at those videos because it's good videos. It's not the best English there, and I'm still working on that, guy. So be patient with me. I'm getting there.
You speak well.
Yeah, I remember English is not my native language.
Yeah.
So I did a channel, and the 2 months was super hard. I didn't have any income. I didn't know what to do. How can I actually make money doing this? And I didn't know. But I still grind. I still worked hard. And I think I worked like 12 to 14 hours each day because I didn't know anything about editing videos. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I just started whole fresh and I'm self-taught. So I did a YouTube video, and then at the same time I gained some followers. And then I did Instagram and Snapchat and gained some more followers, and then Facebook to get more followers. And I hated that time because that was the time I was like a spammer. Like I needed to get my brand out there.
Yeah.
So I need to use my network. But I feel a little bit sorry about it now, but I feel it was kind of dumb and stupid to do it. But I didn't have any knowledge about social media and how I actually should do it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the right way to do it. So I did. And the more and more followers I got, I actually started gaining interest from different sponsors. But it wasn't the right sponsor. So I was reaching out for some sponsors to actually give me some money doing it. That was the goal. How can I do that? I don't work with the sponsors now, but I'm really happy that I met the owners of cardshop.no because they helped me a lot.
Yeah.
But before I go into that, I want to tell you that I got like 100 no's from different sponsors I asked that I really want to work with. Like, I asked Red Bull. I asked one of the biggest companies in Norway. Like I asked Toys R Us. I literally went to the stores and told them, hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to sponsor me?
That's awesome.
I just did it. Like, I need to make some money, and I think I have a good product there. I think I'm helping a lot of people. You just need to do it. And it's not cool to get no's. I agree on that. But remember that one no leads to another no, and another no leads to maybe a yes. You never know. So I just did that. And after 2 months, I signed my first sponsorship agreement with 8-Bit Planet. That was the first in England.
Mm-hmm.
And my good friend Tom Hall helped me a lot by covering travels to different countries so I could play and make cool content by traveling.
Yeah.
And then I got the sponsor cardshop.no, and that was the game changer for me.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me a deal for me to help them on social media to actually become, I was basically the face of their brand, and they paid me monthly income by posting on social media and helping there to grow in the community in Norway. Mm-hmm. And I think I actually did that. We had a huge Pokemon tournament, an official tournament in June, and we raised over 300 people joining the tournament. And Norway is a small country, just have 600 people there. And we got 300 people attending to the tournament there.
That's awesome.
I think that was insane. Like, you just did it. And a huge credit to PokemonCom and Michael Forbes that actually put a lot of effort into this. So we gained a lot of brand awareness for cardshop.no.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they invested in me, I think.
Yeah.
And from there, I started to actually just do following my dreams, playing Pokemon and travel around the whole world. That was my goal, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was super cool. And the Norwegian not government, I was all wrong. The Norwegian news, the official Norwegian news,
right,
saw that, and I got 4 pages on their official web page, and they printed out the official like paper form page, and I was in there with a lot of different celebrities. That's insane. Like, I saw me and some of the Norwegian celebrities and my face, and then that was like insane. And then the next day, I didn't know this, but they posted it on their official Snapchat also. So I think it was like 500,000 people that basically saw it, and I was like, holy, that's insane.
Yeah. And that was was that under whose name did you get out? I think you said you got a company's name out with that.
Yeah, that was cardshop.no, because they're a Norwegian-based company that sells products for different card games.
I'm sure they were happy about that.
Yeah, they should. It's not everyone that can do this, right? And I did this in 7 months. Like, it's insane, but I couldn't do it without help and support for my family and friends, of course. But I did a lot of the things myself. I worked really, really hard. Yeah. And people may not know this, but I worked at least 12 to 14 hours a day, at least. And I didn't have any money. Remember that. I didn't have any income, but I figured out a way to do it. And I read a lot of books, and I just did it. And I wasn't afraid of failing, because I think if you're failing in something, you need to understand what failing is. I think you're failing if you have a job you hate. I would rather fail by not making a hell lot of money, but doing something I love. Yeah. So that was like my passion by doing it. Like, I love this. I want to do this.
So your name, your handle, PokemonMentor, when someone sees that, they might just think, oh, he teaches Pokemon, so he's the Pokemon mentor. And I'm sure that's a piece of it. But I think the word mentor means a lot to you, even outside of the realm of Pokemon. Is that correct? And what can you tell me about? I think you see the world in you're very driven, and I think mentorship means a lot to you. Talk to us about the word mentor in your handle.
So first of all, I had a lot of my great mentors in my life. I would start with my mom and my father. They have been great people, but they also have done a lot of mistakes in their life. Like, we are humans, we all do mistakes. And I had a really rough childhood. Like I was growing up in a very rough home where I had a domestic violence stepfather, and my father was in prison part of my childhood. But I know that they did the best. But for me, that if I didn't have Pokemon and didn't have the people that loved me when I was growing up, I know that I will never be where I am here today. So I just want to do that same thing for others. I want to be there for someone who needs me as well. So I thought that was how I could do that was become a police officer. And in some ways I did, but it's a system. And
Right.
the system controls you. So I couldn't do it my way. And sometimes I felt really bad because some of the people I really want to help, the system didn't allow me to help them.
Yeah.
So for me, I was very, what do you say? I was really sad sometimes by doing it. And that's why I want to have mentor. I want to be a mentor for someone. I want to make some people out there help other people. And hopefully some people will do this better than I do. And I don't think I'm the smartest person ever. I don't really think that. I think there's a lot of smart people out there. And I want to learn from them too. I need mentors every day. I read books. Like you can have one person whole life experience by reading just one book. And I'm trying to gain knowledge. And I also listen to other people, what they have to say. I want to learn from them. So mentor for me is like very wide. But in the same way, it's basically about be there for someone to help them. I want to be their mentor. Because I know how important that was for me by growing up.
So you're now switching not switching roles exactly, but you're taking on some new things with this new year. And I know it's a bit secretive, but what details or what information can you give us about what you're going to be doing this year?
So I still will be part of the community. I will try to be as much as I can playing tournaments both in Europe and in America. I'm going to traveling a lot. And the thing I'm going to do, I'm basically going to go into the app world. I'm going to be one of the creators of a new app that hopefully it might fail. Like 70% of all new businesses fail. I accept that. But this is so cool. I just want to do it. So my time will just be doing this app, and hopefully it will change the way we connect with people, basically.
So you're part of a team developing it, or I don't know how much you can say and how much you can't say, because I know there is some level of I can't.
So we are a
talk
team.
about this,
we are a team.
How big is your team?
We are 8.
Okay.
We're 8 people. And we're looking for more. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for everything. So if you know someone out there that actually want to help us to grow some capital so we can actually push this even further and faster, just tell me. I'm open for it. But it's I'm not a programmer myself. I'm trying to understand it. So I have our own programming team. And I'm more than a marketer and more like the co-founder there as well. It's basically my idea.
Okay.
I saw a problem and I want to make a solution. But I need someone to actually have that knowledge to do it. So, but I don't want to take the whole credit when we are finished because it's not just me. I cannot do this without anyone that are on the team. They are great people. And if you do this right and if you succeed, it's going to be so cool. And I can't wait to share it with you guys in the community. But if you fail, well, it's fine. That's part of life. Failure is just the first attempt to success, you know?
For sure. So, is this something that you're working on with? Is there anyone on your team who's in the Pokemon community?
Yes. So this was important for me. I really want to have people that understand the community and understand the gaming community in the beginning. But the more and more we worked on it, it's actually a good idea to expand a little bit more.
Yeah. For
so
sure.
I wish I could tell you guys more, but it's about esport. It's about traditional sport. It's about connections. It's about networking. It's a lot of things there, but I cannot go into details. I really want to do that.
I understand. I understand.
But I can't.
Well, we'll have you on in a few months when you can go into detail and you can get us all hopping on that new app when it comes out.
We work in a promotion video that hopefully going to gain some more sponsors and investors. And when we are ready to post that, we are ready to just go all in and see.
Okay. So a year ago, about, you quit your job as a police officer and you go full-time Pokemon, and your family says, "That's awesome."
They're like, "You're crazy! You can't do that! You worked so hard to become a police officer for 5 years. Come on, dude!" I don't. It was mixed feelings. It was definitive. I remember that time so much. It's like insane. They were very supportive when they saw I started making money. But in the beginning, I was like, "Are you sure about this?" "Yeah, I'm happy, but you don't have money. Who cares? I'm gonna die rich or poor anyway."
Yeah.
So I did, and then after I did it, I saw how happy I were and traveled the whole world, and I was like, "We're really proud of you, Benjamin." And after the newspaper, I was like, "We're so impressed. We never thought this," and I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
And but they were very supportive. If they weren't supportive, that's not actually a good person to have in your life. Even if it's your family, you should always have people in your life that are supportive and not dragging you down.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they do a lot of the things because they are afraid, for sure. But if they really trust and believe in you, they know you will be fine. And I think I know that my family knew that. So yeah, they were supportive. I'm very happy that I have them. They mean everything for me.
For sure. That's awesome. Well, this interview has been pretty different than the other ones, and I think that's appropriate for your path to the professional scene, and how you make your money is certainly different than some of the other guys. But let me ask you this question that I asked them as well.
Yeah.
So I guess it's two questions in one. What does your day look like? And do you have structures built in your day? Like, I get up at this time, I work out at this time, I test at this time, or is it sort of fluid?
So I definitely could have better time management in my daily routines, but it's sometimes very hard to be me because I don't have a usually normal time to work. It depends when people needs me. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they need me at 12 in the evening. Sometimes they don't need me at like 8 in the morning. So the work is always going to be a little bit messy. I don't know when to work on different things. But usually I start my day with a workout, eating some good food. I also have days where I eat everything I want to eat because that's important. You need to enjoy life.
Yeah.
But I have goals though. And I have every day I'm trying to at least do something to become closer to
achieving those goals.
Yeah, to achieve those goals.
Yeah.
At least become a little bit closer, like getting closer to the goals.
For sure.
And that's like my goals every day I wake up. Like, I want to do something that I know that I'm getting a little bit closer to my goal there. So that's basically how my days are. Okay. And next question.
So do you have time cut out each day? Like, I have to do YouTube at this time, or I have to do, I guess you're more on Snapchat and Instagram. Like, I have to do it this time. I have to test it this time. I have to work on my project this time, or is it just sort of when it comes, it comes?
So I'm doing everything myself for now. Mm-hmm. So it's super hard to do everything. And I'm very sorry for the people that follow me out there because I'm not consistent enough. And I know that for sure. You need to be consistent. And you guys really want to be entertained, and I understand that. But I promise you guys that everything I'm doing is because of you. And if I don't have time to post, it's the reason for that. And I really want to try to be more consistent for you. As I'm trying to build a team now around the PokemonMentor brand. Mm-hmm. So I actually can have some help by doing the channels. But my priorities is the app now and my family and friends. That's really my priority, and the game itself. I really like the game. I'm going to England. I'm going to play there. And I want to do some playtesting for that. But you guys will see. I'm trying at my best. Mm-hmm. I'm trying my best.
We're looking forward to it. So last question. You said that you have goals that you're working towards achieving every day. If you're not achieving them, you're building towards that. I did a video on goals. One of my earlier videos was on goals and SMART goals to an extent. Do you write these goals down where you see them every day? Do you?
I have a board there.
I like it. Yes.
So I write all my goals. A Harvard study shows that
exactly
every student had goals on Harvard, but just 5% of the students wrote down their goals. 30 years later, they did the research that the 5% that wrote down the goals was the people that were successful. So I really believe that writing down your goals is important. I need to see it every day. I need to visualize it. Because sometimes days are stressful. I have normal days like everyone else. I have days where I really hate to wake up. I want to stay in bed the whole day. I have those days. But when I look at my board and I see the goals there, I know that I cannot stay in bed. I need to get up, work hard, grind, and work smart.
That's awesome. Well, we know that you're a hard worker, and I really respect that about you. Thank you so much for your time. Do you have any shout outs that you would like to give?
I just want to give the community advice, since I know I'm on your social media platform. I think it's so cool that I can communicate a message. I just want to tell the people that everything is possible. You can do it. You just need to believe in yourself and work hard. But as I told you guys, you also need to work smart. You need to understand what it's needed from you to actually achieve those goals. So never give up. It's going to be hard. I promise that. I have hard days. But as long as you have the right people around you and you love what you're doing, you're going to be successful in no matter what you want to become successful in. So that's just the only thing I want to say to you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here again. I really appreciate it.
One last thing. On your social media, your Pokemon Mentor on no space on Instagram and Snapchat.
Yes, that's correct. So if people want to follow me there, it's so cool. But I'm not going to post too much there before England. When I'm going to England, I'm going to post a lot of things so you guys can follow the journey there.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm not going to post basically anything. So you need to be patient on those platforms.
Okay, great. And we look forward to your work in the future. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for being here.